Unsolved Mysteries. Today's episode is about a mysterious legend, and it's been around since 1988. It is called the Kryptos Code, and it's a sculpture. This is what it looks like, and it's basically a whole cipher in a sculpture. You can see through these letters. You see the tree back there. The letters are cut out of metal, and there's said to be a code in there that we have not cracked. We've cracked through. There's 4 sections in there, and we've cracked 3 of those sections, but the mysterious missing section is called K4. It's the 4th code. We have not even come close to solving it. We got some, since it was made in 1988, we got some 1988 music playing on in the background. And as always, I'm going to draw this sculpture. And while I'm drawing it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. This is basically just a big cipher, a 3-dimensional cipher. And those of you that watch this channel are familiar with the Zodiac. This is similar to the Zodiac cipher, but it's not written down on paper. It's a code 3D. So the Kryptos Code, outside the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, stands a statue known as Kryptos, commissioned by the CIA and completed in 1990 by James Sanborn, a Washington-based artist. The statue is 12 feet tall, made primarily of copper and red granite, and even contains a magnetized lodestone. More interesting than its physical nature, though, are the mysteries engraved on its surfaces. Along with a series of alphabets, the statue is inscribed with 4 separate ciphers that have tested CIA agents for 35 years. Though the first 3 have been solved, the 4th remains unbroken, and CIA agents still seek new ways to break the artist's final, most difficult challenge. The 3 messages have been deciphered, relate to texts of history and music, and Sanborn has given a hint for the 4th. Berlin clock is the word that he's given the hint to. Even the top code breakers of the CIA have not yet been able to solve the 4th cipher, and the sculpture continues to stand as a source of mystery and challenge for agency employees. You're like, so this is just a bunch of letters, but these letters mean something. See how you start to see a pattern, but then it's one letter shifted over. These are all letters, but they kind of can't really see them. So we're kind of just going to make squiggly lines due to time constraints. The fourth unsolved part of Kryptos was being auctioned off last year in November 2025. When CIA got a new building in 1988, they were required to have some art and sculptures around the new building. They hired Jim Sanborn, a local artist that was doing art around the DC and Virginia area at the same time. The sculpture had about 2,000 characters on it. Basically, it's a sculpture of a cipher code that you'd see on paper. For example, the zodiac ciphers. But the difference between that and the zodiac ciphers is this is three-dimensional. It was commissioned in 1988, and then it was dedicated in 1990. The sculptor's name is Jim Sanborn. So Sanborn was born in 1945, Washington, D.C. He studied archaeology at Oxford, traveled extensively throughout Asia, has a bachelor's degree in anthropology, master's degree in sculpture. His work was not published until about 2003, but did many more works before that. You can kind of see the beginning of it has Kryptos as the beginning, and then it goes from A to Z after that. It's kind of crazy. You get lost in these letters when you're trying to draw this. This is kind of like a shadow here. Remember, this is a three-dimensional thing. There's the tree. This is kind of crazy to draw. It's very cool, very visually appealing to me, I think, my opinion. So this is Kryptos right here. Kind of like a below the ground shot somebody took. Trying to get into this CIA building where this statue is housed. The sculpture is located in Langley, Virginia at CIA headquarters. There is no physical address, and if you think you'd be able to just walk in, you would be wrong. Headquarters is surrounded by barbed wire fences, guys with guns, guys in towers with guns. You can basically only see the sculpture if you go to the headquarters for official business. With a very low percentage of the population to actually have official business with the CIA. So this is a very minute part of the population that has actually been able to see this up close and personal. So you cannot get in to see it, basically. How did we get pictures of the Kryptos statue if it's so hard to get into the headquarters? This is a good question. Through the years, our pictures have leaked out of Kryptos through the internet, via the internet. So you basically have the internet to thank for the pictures of Kryptos. So what is Kryptos? It is a sculpture located at Langley, Virginia. There are 4 codes on the sculpture. Three of the 4 codes have been solved. The 4th one has not been solved. This is one of the most famous unsolved codes ever. First code was solved in 1999. The first published case of someone solving it was by a California computer scientist named Jim Globally. He solved the first code. After that, the NSA comes forward. That's a government agency, if you're unfamiliar with what the NSA is. And they come forward and say, we have solved the first, second, and third code way back in 1992. It's a bit vague on how they did it, but regardless, they have been solved by someone affiliated with the NSA. Sanborn has given clues to the fourth part of the code. He has said that the words Berlin clocks and east-northeast are very important to solving the fourth part of the Kryptos code. Basically, before the internet, only people that worked at Langley could physically stare and touch Kryptos. The part 4 of the code has only 96 characters. So how did Jim Sanborn find out about these codes that he incorporated with his sculpture? Sanborn was paired with Ed Scheidt. And Scheidt taught Sanborn all about these codes for a couple of months. Scheidt was head of codes research at the CIA. Scheidt said that Sanborn did things in the Kryptos code to try to mask the English language. Scheidt also said the last code is in English and it uses all the letters in the alphabet. It's been unsolved for 35 years. Scheidt also said that Sanborn told him, I took what you taught me about codes and then I fucked with it. And that's a quote from Sanborn himself. Why has it not been solved? The main reason why is because it is short. It's very intricate, this cipher. Kryptos code. Jim Sanborn made the sculpture. It is not for the general public. It is for the CIA. It's in Langley, Virginia. People have still managed to try to crack the code of Kryptos. Over the years, photos have been leaked out so people can now view it on the internet. See the repeating letters. Basically, if you took the alphabet and you put Kryptos in front of it and then just shifted it one letter over each line down, that's what you have here. Kind of crazy to draw this. Very tedious and repetitive. These are perfect letters too. Like my lettering has somewhat to be desired, but Jim Sanborn is now approaching his early 80s, and he wants someone to solve the last part of the 4 codes. The first 3 have been solved, but he's sick of it. He knows the answer. He wants someone to solve it. So Jim is now auctioning it off to the highest bidder. They are auctioning it off with the message originally wrote down. The purchaser would get the physical paper that the original message is on and all the Kryptos charts. Also, you get an afternoon with Jim Sanborn to pick his brain, if you will, about the Kryptos. Also included is an alternate to the first message and an alternate of the 4th message with the coding charts included. You also get his CIA badge, I think it said, and all his notes to help you figure it out. And I think you actually do get the answer too. if you pay the right amount of money. So we are saying that for the right price, even a 35-year-old mystery could be solved for the right price. Does Sanborn even remember the message in the alternate K5 part of the code? There is a K5 code. This archive will predictively go for more than 900,000. Now this was all taken from an article I read in early November of 2025, which was last year. But I found an update on this Kryptos auctioning saga here, and I will share it with you. It should have gone for a lot more than 900,000. The stipulation is when you buy the auction piece, you cannot reveal the answer because they are auctioning off the answer to Kryptos. Sanborn is doing this because he knows he's going to pass away soon and wants to keep the legacy alive. So this article is from just several days ago. This is an update. So this is the statue here. Pretty cool, huh? This is kind of what it looks like. It's a cartoon version of it. Money that comes in from the auctioning off will be put into a trust fund for Sanborn and his failing health, and also will be distributed to an undisclosed charity of Sanborn's choice. Did the auctioning off of K4 part of, did they auction off the part K4 part of the Kryptos code? I can't even tell. Yes, the winning bid was held by RR Auctions for $962,500. This includes the handwritten code, the original cipher charts, full method to solve K4, and an unreleased panel called K5. The buyer is called Paradigm, a San Francisco-based investment firm. The current status is Paradigm has set up an interactive live website where the public can try to solve K4 for themselves without Paradigm ever saying the raw answer. So there you go, folks. That's the answer. This one is kind of not a mystery anymore, but it still is a mystery if you could understand that, if that makes sense. So it falls under what we do, but Paradigm knows the answer. But they're not going to release it unless someone comes with the right price. I think they had to sign a non-disclosure legally binding contract, and was part of the stipulations of them getting it. They can't disclose it. But they never said that they can't let the public try out for themselves. So that's what they're doing. So this is a mystery, and it's not a mystery at the same time, if you could, that makes sense. Anyway, that wraps up this episode of the Freedom to Draw Unsolved Mysteries. I'm your host, John. If you like what you saw, subscribe, do all that happy jazz. If you don't subscribe. Whatever. The future is up to you, guys. Once again, be nice to other people. It goes both ways. Peace out, true believers.